Hello people in the house, I don't know, hope you're all doing well. So you can't make this up anymore, you just can't make it up how bad it is in the Defence Forces at the moment and over the last few years. So, according to this, 2,000 members of the Defence Forces have bought themselves out over the last few years. And you might be asking, I don't know how much it is like for one person to buy themselves out of the army. To me, to be honorably discharged. Which I think is stupid because, they're getting paid little or nothing. You'd be better off working in Tesco's, and a lot of these people are going to work in Tesco's. So these are highly trained soldiers who have spent years and years in the army training and saving up to buy themselves out. And they're going to work in Tesco, and that's and I'm sure people would say that's sad to see them go because all the training, all the special abilities they have. And the government of this country couldn't care less. Simon Coveney's still going to go off flocking off to India, to China, to here, down everywhere, sucking up to China, sucking up to every other country. He's still going to be doing that. He's still going to be doing it, and the taxpayer, you and I, have to pay for it. Nobody else will be paying. He's not going out of his wages. So you want to know, 500,000, 50k, 500,000, well, 500, 500,000 in other words, of people. These are men and women of the Defence Forces just had enough and just said, I'm buying myself out. Not that they were tired early, they wanted to get out because they were like, the pay conditions and everything like that in the Defence Forces, you'd be better off in prison. Like, you'd be better off, at least have Netflix in the prisons. Like, this is the best part of this country. If you do something wrong, you get special abilities and you get special nobility and everything like that. It's like the old Catholic system. You do something wrong, you just get everything thrown on you. You get all the money, all the riches. This is the country that we live in. And then when you serve you try and do your best for your country. And you try and serve your country with pride and you're a patriot of this country. And you're representing Ireland abroad and you're helping the people of Ireland at home by serving them, protecting them. You get the finger. Simple as that, you get the finger, you're getting nothing else. Like, they don't give you the money they're getting is, you'll have to save up years and years and years to buy themselves out. And you can really just see this, and the States making big bucks on this. They're making big bucks, they're making like 500,000, this is over the last few years, 500,000 is a lot of money. And for people having to buy themselves out. Because of how disgusted they are with the Defence Forces. Not that they left because of sickness or anything like that. It's because they just had enough and just said I have enough of the army. And they bought themselves out and got jobs in Tesco, got jobs in Aldi, got jobs anywhere else that's better than the Defence Forces. But Simon Coveney, what are you going to do about it? That's really simple as that, because you've been thrown into a shit show, and nothing's really going to be done about it, I don't think. Because I don't think you have a clue about anything to do with the army. And you could just see, that there's no, like, literally, they're making it impossible for anybody to fix the army or do anything with the army. Because they had a man for Kildare South who was elected to Royal Ireland, who's a former ex-army ranger, the elite of the Irish army. They could have cut a deal. But they didn't do it. They said, let's put Simon. And Simon hasn't got a clue. Same as everything, they put ministers in charge of things they haven't got a clue about anything to do with. At least he knows about the Minister for Foreign Affairs. He can go off flocking off on the taxpayers' money, waste as much as he can. And he knows how to do that, but he doesn't know how to run an army. He doesn't know how to run a Defence Forces. But yeah, at least they got right one area of his qualifications.